Oh hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share. Recently I ran into Elizabeth, who is one of my former students. She took several of my cooking classes about 2 years ago. She told me that she had adopted my fast cooking system and she is really enjoying using it. With flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying and template-based cooking, she has been cooking every day. And with the flexibility of the cooking system, she has created many new dishes. She described to me how she cooked a chicken with cauliflower, mushroom and tomato dish. What she told me that is most interesting to me is how she flavored the dish. She used 4 different sauces and tailored it exactly the way how she likes the dish. I took her idea and I cooked this dish, so I want to show you how this is done. Advanced prepping is the key attribute of my fast cooking system that make home cooking sustainable. I prep my chicken in such a way that I can go from freezer to the wok in about 10 minutes. I freeze my chicken in 8-ounce portions and I can thaw them out in a bowl of warm water in 10 minutes. By using this method, it allows me to have chicken anytime I want. So usually the first thing I enter the kitchen is to thaw out whatever the meat that I need from the freezer, and by the time they are thawed, I'm ready to cook. Next, I coat the chicken with a thin layer of cornstarch. It will absorb the moisture from the chicken, as well as when I cook it, it will keep the inside of the chicken moist and tender. Advanced prepping is the foundation of the fast cooking system to give it its efficiency. And for this dish, I have everything I need. All I have to do is to find them in the refrigerator, and it takes me about 3 or 4 minutes. As I have mentioned earlier, advanced prepping not only makes the cooking more efficient, in fact it also enhances the shelf life of your ingredients. Okay, so now I have everything, I'm ready to cook. Stir frying is a lot of fun because during the cooking process, you can see the food ingredient transform right in front of your eyes, almost like magic. I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of canola oil in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. I'm going to heat up the oil until it starts to smoke gently, and then I turn down the heat. I let it to smoke for another 15 seconds, and this is the time the wok is being seasoned. And I call this method spot seasoning. You can take a look at this video for more details. I turn the heat back to high, and then I add about 2 cups of cauliflowers. The cauliflowers are cut to about bite size to facilitate their cooking. Next, I add about 1 cup of purple cabbage. I intentionally start the cooking process with the cauliflower and the purple cabbage because it takes a little bit of time for them to be cooked. This is a good example of sequential cooking, everything being cooked in the same wok. You start out with the food ingredients that takes the longest time to cook. I'm going to stir fry the cauliflower and the purple cabbage for about 1.5 minutes. I have the heat of my burner on high, so it is important that I continue to stir the content rigorously. As you can see here, I don't have any oil left at the bottom of the wok. This is exactly what I want it to be. This means that there are just enough oil to cover the surface of the food ingredients. If you have oil sitting at the bottom of the wok, you know you are putting in too much oil. So okay, now I'm ready to cook the chicken. So I push the vegetable to the edge of the wok and leave the middle space open, and I add some more oil. Next, I add the chicken to the middle of the wok. So basically, I use the center of the wok like a small frying pan. This is probably one of the most significant advantages of a wok, is that it is large enough that allow you to cook multiple food ingredients at the same time. And with this method, you can push the first set of ingredients to the peripheral of the wok and leave the center of the wok to cook your second food ingredients. In this case, it is the chicken. After the chicken is about 50% done, I use the wok spatula and I'm going to stir fry everything all together. This is a very efficient method, and it also saves time. It allows you to cook multiple food ingredients all at the same time in a single cooking utensil. And by watching out the timing of how long you cook each of the ingredients, you can cook everything to exactly the doneness or the type of texture that you want. And next, I add 1 cup of thinly sliced mushroom to the wok. Again, this is another demonstration of sequential cooking because I want to cook the mushroom very lightly, and this is the reason that I add them to the end of the cooking process. Okay, the dish is almost done. So the next step is for me to season the dish. According to Elizabeth, she first flavored the dish with 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce and followed by 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce, which is very much what I normally do. But she added a 3rd sauce. She used a Panda Express orange sauce. That is well known for their orange chicken. But instead of using a lot of it, she only used about 1 tablespoon. And then she's followed by 1 teaspoon of fried chili in oil sauce. And then I add about ½ cup of cherry tomatoes. I add them toward the end because I like them to be very lightly cooked. The final ingredients I add is some chopped scallions. It is amazing to see how this dish transforms right in front of my eyes. To me, this is what makes stir frying such an amazing cooking technique because everything can be cooked quickly and you can make adjustments and changes on the fly. After doing a quick taste test, everything tastes just great, but I decided I'm going to add a little bit more oyster sauce. And with a few quick mix, the dish is done, and the total cook time is a little bit over 9 minutes. When Elizabeth first described to me that she had only 1 tablespoon of the Panda Express orange sauce, I was doubtful whether it would actually make any difference. But it turned out that, in fact, it made the dish far more flavorful than without it. It adds a little bit more of a sweet-sour flavor to the chicken. And it also makes the vegetables taste better as well. Particularly the cauliflower pick up that flavor very nicely. This is a good demonstration of flavor chasing. By constantly exploring different combinations of sauces as well as the different amount that you add to the dish, you can continuously to improve the flavor of the dish. And I personally was quite surprised how much difference that a tiny amount of the orange sauce actually make to the dish. And this is the reason why I think home cooking is so amazing, because it gives you the power in change the flavor of your dish any way you want. This dish not only tastes good, but it also looks great. So when using my fast cooking system with flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, you can cook dishes with many different varieties, different variations, and with a lot of creativity. I post a video each day to help you to adopt my fast cooking system so that you can make home cooking as part of your daily routine. If you'd like to learn more about the cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.